You guys know how it is, AI is always crazy. So many advancements, so much news, so much to talk about. Today I have compiled some really nice little tidbits of AI news and development from the past 2 weeks, and we're going to look at them. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know by now, but Runway ML's Gen 1 has fully been released to the public now. Essentially what Runway ML's Gen 1 does is it takes a normal video clip and then turns it into an AI generated one using text prompts or an initial image. So you could take a simple image of yourself dancing in front of a webcam like this and completely change its output. So this is a little video I found, Graffiti NFT on Twitter here, that I think demonstrates what Gen 1 is all about pretty well. You can see literally just dancing in front of the webcam here. You can completely change the output. You can also change yourself into actually eating a food as well. I guess that's supposed to be a burger. And you can also change yourself into like a creepy little puppet character if you wanted to as well, or change yourself into an animated painting. Very, very cool stuff. So yeah, the possibilities really are endless with Gen 1. I did a whole video talking about Gen 1 when it was first announced, but now here on the Runway website, it is open for everyone to try. As you can see, it's literally called Gen 1 Video to Video. You click on it, you upload your file. We can actually try it with one of their demo videos really quick here. This is our uploaded video. Over here to my right, you can see there is a little slider for the style strength. There's different seeds, so you can get the same output every single time. But yeah, let's just test it out with the claymation preset, let's say. And of course, like I said, you can do a prompt as well if you'd prefer to just type in some text. So viewers, for reference, this is our initial video. Literally just a nice video footage of a woman staring into the camera. And as you can see, this is now apparently going to be converted into a claymation woman staring into the camera. And I won't lie, viewers, it does take quite a long time for these videos to generate, but I mean, you're doing a whole AI generated video. And as you can see, 50% style strength does quite a lot to the video. Definitely was able to keep a lot of the aspects of the video. I mean, it looks completely different, right? But you can see the background is still blurry here. We have a main subject in the middle that is definitely staring at the camera, and everything does seem to be in this claymation style. Now, it doesn't look anything like a person or like a girl at all, like the original clip. So if we wanted to do that, we would definitely have to reduce this style strength down. So technology like Gen 1, it's very complicated. There's a lot of variables here. It's going to take a little bit for you to kind of fine tune and get used to using this technology and producing the outputs you want. It's very, very powerful stuff though, and it's very exciting. Runway is doing things that no one else in the industry is doing. This right here was also very incredible. Smokeaway on Twitter here posted an example of this research paper. Essentially, all you have to do is upload an initial image here, which we can see in the beginning of this clip, and then this pose-guided diffusion model generates a consistent long-form or long-term video of novel views just from this single image. So essentially, if we take a picture of like a house, for example, now it's going to guide us through the rest of the house. And you can see there's actually more than one model that does this. This link right here is going to be the one in the top right-hand corner here, and then the rest of these are other papers and other research projects. So if we play the video here, we can see it really is guiding us throughout different locations in this house based off of a singular image. You can see the seeds one is not very good, but I gotta say the pose guided diffusion up in the top right hand corner is really, really good and definitely the best of the bunch at creating these single image guided videos. It's really, really crazy. I feel like this is a new way to envision different locations maybe, or even fill in gaps for creators who are missing parts of footage or need to extend footage clips. And they show here you can also do diverse generations as well. You're not just stuck with one seed, and it is some pretty insane technology here. I like to think of this as taking diffusion models to a whole nother level. I mean, the use cases in the future with AI are just going to be insane. Just thought I'd do a little refresher on this. ChatGPT plugins are coming, and plugins are going to allow ChatGPT to have things like internet access mainly, or do accounting work specifically, essentially fit a bunch of different use case scenarios that it wasn't really able to do extremely proficiently just by itself. But Rowan Chung here was able to have ChatGPT analyze the Twitter algorithm and figure out exactly how to optimize Twitter posts for maximum virality. So he's got a little clip here of the different ChatGPT outputs, and essentially ChatGPT's tips and tricks for optimizing a Twitter post just based off of its own analysis of the website that it was able to do because it has internet access. And ChatGPT with internet access is going to be a lot better than just Bing Chat. For some reason, guys, I don't know about you, but in my own testing of Bing Chat lately, it seems to be a little bit more dumbed down. It can't really do as much. It can still browse the internet, but it can't find specific things. Like ChatGPT here was able to actually specify all of these different parameters inside of code to figure out how much tweets actually get boosted for a like, a retweet, or a reply, for example. And it was also able to figure out that adding simple images or videos to your tweets boosts them by 2 times. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little recap on ChatGPT plugins, specifically the internet access ones, because they are going to be absolutely insane. I will definitely be doing a video on ChatGPT plugins when I get access. One thing I've been especially into lately is the idea of robot assistants powered by AI, or AI friends almost in a weird way, just like AI bots hanging around. Kind of like the droids concept in Star Wars almost. And I know this is kind of a far cry away from a concept like that, but it's really, really cool to see. Ryan Engel here on Twitter showed off interaction in VR using AI. He says that he is convinced that the future of interaction in VR is with artificial intelligence, and I think the clip speaks for itself. So this is essentially an AI golf caddy, so he's going to be able to help you with your golf as you play it in VR. This clip is really, really cool.
Hello, my name is Arthur, the most charming caddy in town. How can I help you today?
I love the voice.
My name's Ryan. I think I'd like to do some practice.
Wonderful, Ryan. Would you like me to set up a practice round for you, or would you prefer to set up the course yourself?
Actually, I'd like a 30-foot downhill putt to practice.
It's able to understand that natural language so well.
Have you chosen the difficulty for the pin placement, Ryan?
Actually, Arthur, this looks a little long. Can we make it a bit shorter?
Of course, Ryan. What distance are you thinking for the putt?
It's crazy. It's like magic. Able to understand natural language.
Let's do a 5-foot uphill putt.
All right, a 5-foot uphill putt it is. What level of difficulty would you like for the pin placement?
This clip might not really seem that cool at first, but once you do a little bit of digging on what really has to go on in the background to make this all possible, it's very, very insane. So obviously, the character here is hooked up to an AI language model. It's interpreting the natural language that you just speak to it. So it's taking your microphone input, it's turning that input into text. The AI language model has to understand what that text means and then go into the game and figure out what parameters actually need to be changed in the game to accurately match what the person was saying. And that is the power of AI. It's magical. It's able to accomplish human-level tasks. That's really what AI is all about. And yeah, it just is so clean in this demo. He is a golf caddy. I love the AI-generated voice. It sounds so real as well. Super cool stuff. I mean, there's going to be so many interactive demos and experiences down the road in the future that incorporate AI and are going to be made possible by AI. So Luma Labs made this huge announcement. This honestly might almost deserve a video of its own at some point. Luma Labs is introducing their Unreal Engine Alpha. And so these are fully volumetric Luma Nerfs running in real time on Windows in Unreal Engine 5 for incredible cinematic shots and experiences. Like I said, this does kind of require its own big video in a way. Essentially, a brief history here on Nerfs. You take a bunch of 2D photos of an object surrounding it, and you can actually turn it into a full 3D scene using artificial intelligence. So this is AI technology, essentially allowing you to take real photos and turn them into 3D. So Luma Labs here is taking those Nerfs here, and Luma specializes in these, by the way. As you can see, they have some demo examples of their Nerfs on Twitter. And now you're able to put these Nerfs into Unreal Engine 5, which is a 3D engine, and it is absolutely insane. It's a new type of engine that allows for realistic lighting, the whole shebang. Honestly, it's probably the most powerful engine out there. So we're going to take a look at their little demo here for Unreal Engine 5 combined with Luma Nerfs. It's never been easier to create a cinematic masterpiece all on the computer at home. I'm going to have to mute the audio here for the fear of copyrighted music. So as you can see, we've got a robot walking over here. This is all Unreal Engine 5 footage, by the way. None of this is real. You can see the building there is a full nerf. The couch there, all of that is a nerf. The only thing that's not a nerf was that robot. See, real time as well. So we can see this bike scene. I think that bike is a nerf as well, entirely. All you have to do is drag and drop the nerfs right in there. This is going to be amazing for game developers who want to incorporate real-life scenes into their games and have them look real. I mean, we're going to have some very, very photorealistic video games in the future. Absolutely insane stuff. This scene just looks so real to me. You can see, though, it is like a complete nerf. 3D animators are going to be obsessed with this. Game developers are going to be obsessed with this. It just is a fantastic package, especially considering that Unreal Engine 5 is completely free. So you're really just going to be able to take the real world and put it inside of Unreal Engine. So Edward on here on Twitter shows us another really cool AI demo. This is an AI native 3D design tool that uses ChatGPT. Essentially what he's doing here in VR is asking ChatGPT for a Rubiks Cube to be created. Not only did it understand what a Rubiks Cube actually looks like, but it knows that Rubik's Cubes only can rotate on one axis on the side there. So it understands actually how a Rubik's Cube can physically rotate. Pretty insane stuff. I like showing off stuff like this because it's like the cutting edge of what people are doing with this new AI technology. So I haven't talked about Controlnet yet on the channel, but here we are talking about it today. You can sort of think of Controlnet as a way for people to position specific characters and bodies inside of Stable Diffusion. At Radamar here is showing us a new Controlnet face model. So this allows you to position different faces. It was trained on the Leon face dataset and works on multiple different faces at once. So this gives you a lot more controllability out of the outputs you get from Stable Diffusion. And obviously it works with a webcam here. It can detect different faces. And I'll just show you this quick little demo here. He's actually holding his phone up for different faces here, is able to snap a picture. There it figures out where the faces are, and it allows you to type a prompt in and then generate a Stable Diffusion image that uses those face locations. Pretty wild stuff. What's awesome is this one actually has a hugging face demo we can try, and you can see my face is now on the screen right here, so we can actually demo this for ourselves. Oh, I can get really nice and close there. And I gotta say, the face tracking and the mouth tracking works really well. It can even sort of detect the positions of your eyes, and it can definitely see the direction you're looking in. So this is pretty much everything you'd want in terms of positioning your face. So we'll go here and we'll go get a nice picture, and we'll go ahead and click the run button, and it will now take that snapshot of the face and convert it into a real image that uses that exact facial position here. So you can see it's directly in the center, and you can see this guy is smiling big, very close to our original face positioning. Go ahead and try this again. Let's try a different position, maybe something a little bit more difficult. Oh god, we got a connection error. Although I can't really enlarge them and they're really hard to see over on the side of the screen, I gotta say these examples look absolutely awesome. These are all really high quality prompts with lots of negative prompts to produce incredibly realistic looking faces because it's able to actually go off of a real face. And you can even do it with paintings and stuff like that as well. So it's a really cool demo. So Rowan Chung here on Twitter has another one for us. This is really cool. I said earlier, I love the stuff that people have been developing so far with AI technology, but especially GPT-4 because it's just so wild. Essentially what you can do here is input code in any coding language at all, and GPT-4 will translate it into another coding language of your choice. So this is like an actual code translator, and this is no easy task. A lot of them work completely differently from each other, so the ability to completely translate code is something that is unprecedented and is going to be extremely powerful. As you can see, this is doing JavaScript to Python. The JavaScript is posted inside and it translates it into Python very easily and very quickly. And you can see there is a ton of languages in this list to pick from that GPT-4 can tackle. And what's even more mind-blowing is that GPT-4 wasn't necessarily explicitly trained to be able to do this. It just can do it because that's what AI language models do. They just learn to pick up abilities like this based off of their massive gigabrain AI knowledge. And Midjourney just announced their /describe tool, and it's actually a lot of fun. I've tested this out personally. This one maybe almost deserves a video of its own, honestly. It's a really, really cool concept. Essentially, all you have to do is type /describe in Midjourney, you upload an image, and then it spits out Midjourney prompts for that image. It can even get the aspect ratio correct as well. So you can put any image you want in here, and it will try to figure out how to describe it. And it's really a new way of creating variations of original images. If you guys remember back when DALL-E released, that was one of the things DALL-E was able to do. You would upload any image you want and it would create a variation of that image. So this works very similar to that, I think. As you can see, here are some of the results created with that, and you can get really nice prompts out of this as well. I was also testing it out. Obviously, this is a actual real picture of a cat, but these were the Midjourney images that were generated based off of that cat. And I gotta say, these images are really, really phenomenal. They're super crisp looking. They match the original image, which is this, very, very well. The shallow depth of field, the black and white cat, all of the grass, the whole thing really is there. And it just goes to show that Midjourney has trained this /describe text model very well, because it actually is able to pick up on artist names, for example, or different little tweaks and enhancements to add to the prompt that you wouldn't even know about. So I think this /describe tool is going to be a really fantastic way for new Midjourney users to start to learn how to use it and learn how to develop really, really good prompts. Chet Bliss here seems to think that we have just discovered the singularity of AI art. Every original image that will ever be created has been created today because of the /describe feature. Well, I don't necessarily know about that, but yeah, /describe is really, really awesome and fun to try out. It's a powerful tool. And when you think about it, it's really going to allow Midjourney to train its future models based on user-uploaded images rather than relying on pre-trained data. And some people think that pre-trained data is not really the most ethical way of creating these AI art models. So I think this is a pretty good workaround for Midjourney's future training of their models. You can see one of the cooler things about this is that it actually produces 4 different prompts, just like you get 4 different images out of Midjourney normally, and I love the aspect ratio that goes along with it, by the way. And you'll also notice that when you use the /describe feature in Midjourney, sometimes it's going to give you these little blue keywords that you can actually click on. And when you click on them, it'll actually bring you to a Google search for that specific term so you can learn more about it and the history behind it and what it all means. So you could just think there is limitless artistic rabbit holes that you can really dive down here just by uploading an artwork that you think is really, really nice. And yeah, the prompts are absolutely fantastic that Midjourney spits out, by the way, with /describe. They work very, very well. And you can see, fisheye, color combinations, inspirational, stuff like this, tumblewave. Like, I never would have thought to add that into my prompt, but now, after uploading this image, I know it's a thing. Really, really awesome stuff. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We have almost 10,000 members on my Discord server, so I highly recommend you guys join it. We've got all of the latest AI news, different AI tools that you can access, and the community there is generally very helpful and welcoming to newcomers. So thanks so much for watching the video. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.